Hey, good morning on this day. Today is July I believe it's 7th. And man, it's like East Coast time. It's like 3:53 this morning, but I couldn't wait to get on here to talk to you all. After I had my daily talk with Yahuwah this morning. Um, I'm excited. I'm excited about this one here. I mean, I'm excited about every time I get on here and talk with, the people, but today I'm just a little extra excited. So, little history. Came into the truth last year, had my awakening early last year, springtime. Well, yeah, springtime, April of last year. And I remember last year, I kind of heard in the winds, about the true Sabbath and it not being, of course, not being on Sunday, but not actually being on Saturday either. And so I got, okay, what I'm going to stick with this Saturday thing. That's how I went on with it. Well, then this year, coming to the truth of when the beginning of the year is actually, when it starts first of the year, it's not the typical January 1st, but it's more in springtime, that run that March, April time frame, right? And I remember this year, it was brought to my attention that the true Sabbath this year actually, it falls on Sunday, right? And so I'm like, I don't know about that, whatever. But so I kept on with the Saturday worship. But in the back of my mind, it was the spirit of the Ruach Kadesh. Something was telling me, I don't know about it, David. It might be, be that, what have you. And then I even was going as far as to be like, all right, I'm just going to recognize the whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so at least I know I'll be right. But then I'm talking about as recent as last week, it was really in my spirit, like, nah, I gotta get this thing right. I want to be right with my worship, I want to be right. So I don't know. It's something inside me was like, I gotta search it out. So I'm gonna share with you a couple of scriptures. The first one being Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. It says, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open to you." And then I'm gonna read verse 8 as well. "For everyone who asks receives. The one who seeks finds. And to the one who knocks, the door will be open," right? Last week, I tell you no lie. I'm talking about 3 to 4 different brothers. I'm talking within the week, within days. All of them were speaking on the true Sabbath, right? My brother Yosef, shout out to Yosef. I think he was like maybe the second brother I seen. I can't recall the first one, but I heard someone speaking about it. Then the last brother was brother Ambassadors of Yah. Follow him, Yah. He's great. He's awesome. He has a YouTube following as well. And I'm talking about when I clicked on his live, he was talking about it. And then he was like, I'm going to go more in depth on my YouTube channel. Now, I went to the YouTube channel, he was talking about it on there. And I'm talking about it reminded me of my Army days. We call it, what we call that thing? Training aids. He had slides, he had charts. Of course, the Bible, scripture, like everything right there, And I'm like, okay, this is it right here. This is it right here. What's that thing? You learn better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So this scripture here, I'm going to read to you. And if you have the Apocrypha, it's found in there as well. But the book of Jubilees, Jubilees chapter 2, verses 9. "And Yahuwah appointed the sun to be a great sign on the earth for days and for Sabbaths and for months and for feasts and for years and for Sabbath years and for Jubilees and for all seasons of the year." Right? Okay. Since my awakening, all I've heard when people calculate or days, when to celebrate the Sabbath, when to celebrate the feast days, All I've heard was people judge those days according to the moon. The first moon, this moon. When scripture says that we're to use the sun. Now, me personally, I've not gone out there. I don't have a sundial. I've not gone out there with a stick, whatnot. But in my learning, thanks to brother ambassadors of Yah, one day out the year, that sundial or that stick, when it casts that shadow, is going to have a line. That line is curved out the year, but one day out the year, it's a straight line for that day. And that is the beginning of the year, which coincides with the fourth day Yah made the moon and the sun. So from that day, which is the beginning of the year, fourth day Yah made the moon and the sun, 4, 5, 6, 7. Seventh day, that's your Sabbath. Now, that's going to change from year to year. This year, it falls on Sunday. Next year, it may fall on whatever other day, right? But that's what Yahuwah, that's what the Spirit gave me. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I never said this on camera, but as a child, I'm a truth teller, right? I'm a truth teller. And I just remember as a child, I'm talking about youngest 8. I'll be 52 in a month. As young as 8 years old, I remember, you know, it's in the 6 of us, right? I remember getting a spanking, a whooping. And, you know, I wasn't the best child, but, you know, there's times that I got in the spanking that I didn't do it, right? And I remember at 8, I can only imagine my mama or my dad, especially my mom, like, what in the world wrong with this boy? As an 8, thinking I'm an 8-year-old. I done got a spanking for something I didn't do, or about to get a spanking for something I do. And me at 8, I would be like, you know, I didn't do it. The truth will always stand. The truth will stand. That was me at 8. I lied to you not. My mama could testify and say, yeah, it was. That boy he was strange. He was peculiar. So I'm not going to lie to you, you know. And the takeaway from this, if you don't take nothing away from this right here, first and foremost, that pride. A lot of men have a lot of pride. Lay that down. Sit that down. Don't pick it back up. I will pray you don't pick it back up. Lay it down and just seek Yahuwah, seek the truth. But if you don't take nothing away from this right here, the takeaway I want you to take away is Jubilee, chapter 2, verse 9. All right? It didn't say gauge those days, calculate those days using the moon. It says the sun. All right? Be Baruch. Have a great day.